In 2010, Brené Brown gave a TED Talk, revolving around the concept of the power of vulnerability. She discusses the importance of expanding one's comfort zone and the many positive effects doing so can have on a person. Despite being quite nervous about giving the talk herself, Brown accomplished her goal of proving the power of vulnerability, not just by giving the speech, but also through the response the public has had to her video. The most important effects vulnerability has on people are: Number 1. Vulnerability allows advancement. Of course, trying something new is always scary. Whether you are a kindergartner on your first day of school, or a recent college graduate wondering what to do with your life, you're most likely going to feel some unease about taking the next step forward. It's natural, and it's totally okay to feel this way. However, what's not okay is letting this fear stop you from forging ahead. Expanding your comfort zone is an important step, not just for your own life, but for humanity as a whole. The most important social reforms and technological advancements occurred because a single person stepped out of his comfort zone and ended up changing the world. Number 2. Vulnerability leads to increased abilities. Those who embrace vulnerability are not scared of the unknown. In fact, they strive to learn and do everything they possibly can. Instead of their inner voice telling them you can't do this, their inner voice says you can't do this yet. They view what they can't do as a challenge they need to overcome, rather than an insurmountable obstacle. Of course, they know it won't be easy, but that doesn't stop them from trying. On the contrary, those who embrace vulnerability tend to welcome challenges and get bored when life is too easy. By acknowledging their shortcomings, they always have goals to accomplish and will continue to grow on a daily basis. Number 3. Vulnerability allows openness with others. People who accept their own vulnerability are incredibly open about their lives. This accomplishes two goals. For one, being open with others results in finding true compatibility. For those with high expectations of their own lives, it's important for them to surround themselves with friends and family who support them and continue to push them further. On the other hand, being open with superficial friends who might not be so receptive of such behavior is a good way to weed out the toxic relationships in one's life. Although they might be considered friends, it's important to realize that getting along with someone doesn't necessarily make them good for you or your life goals. It's important to know who will really be there for you in the long run and who's only around for the fun times. Number 4. Vulnerability allows openness to self. It seems counterintuitive, but embracing vulnerability can build self-confidence. By putting yourself on stage for all to see, physically or metaphorically, such as Brené did during her TED Talk, you're inviting your audience to comment on your performance and abilities. Of course, this can be incredibly scary and intimidating, but it can also be truly rewarding. Especially in today's connected world, it's a given that there will be a large percentage of people who disagree with what you're saying. Listen to them, as they can teach you a lot about a variety of perspectives and will help you grow. Of course, there will definitely be those who completely agree with you, and you can always fall back on their supportive comments when you feel discouraged. Number 5. Vulnerability makes discomfort comfortable. The more you embrace vulnerability and the state of being uncomfortable, the more comfortable you will be with expanding your comfort zone. Here is an example, where two colleagues are speaking to each other on a Monday about what they did over the weekend. He said, "I did absolutely nothing, and I loved it." She responded with, "Oh man, I'm not like that at all. I have to keep moving, or I feel worthless." It turns out she's a teacher, mother, and wife. Sure, she complained about being tired like we all do, but she finds being tired a worthy trade-off for all the other amazing things she has going in her life. To her, sleeping comfortably until noon would actually be uncomfortable. And it makes sense. Why waste the life you've been blessed with when you can take full advantage of all of your abilities and change the world and yourself in the process?